Hi everyone, it's Kevin. Today we're going to go over how to audit your portfolio for the job. All right, so let's jump into this. I am going to jump on a job search site, and in this case, I'm using LinkedIn.com, and we'll be using this throughout this content. So what I did was typed in the type of job that a media communications professional would pursue. So in this case, I put in marketing coordinator. This is more of a general type of term. And then I put in the city and location where I would want to pursue the job. In that case, I came across a marketing specialist position, which we're going to see right here. And then I clicked on it and it brings me up the actual job information. So this is going to allow us to pay attention to this site or this job description versus our site. When we look at the job, we want to look at the job title to make sure that that type of information is aligned with what we do. And we also want to just take a look at the summary. What's the information in here that we see that we're attracted to so that we would say, I would do that 40 hours a week. You'll assist in coordination and execution of marketing activities, providing creative, organizational, and coordination support. So now I have to keep in mind, this is not a creative or a creation role. This is more of a support and organizational type of role. For me, since I'm going to be a generalist, this would be ideal. Now, additionally, I'm going to go in here and take a look at responsibilities. So I will be assisting with production. So those are things that I can definitely do. Special projects and events. Awesome. Those are things I like getting involved with. And then it says here to coordinate all web, online, and social media initiatives. So here is that coordination side of things, that project coordination side. And then you're going to work with the blog and the social media channels. So it kind of tells you more of the type of content that you're working with. And if that would be something that you are interested in doing, in this case, I'm going to say, yes, this is ideal. I'm going to take it against my actual portfolio. Now, what I have done is created a sample portfolio here for myself as a media content creator. Now, I am using the term creator, but I also say in here that I analyze it. In here, I'm saying that I create content and I am a creator. Would that mean that this would be ideal for me? It really depends. Do I just want to create content? Am I okay with the coordination and planning of it? If I want to do this particular job, I have to make sure I add in here on this homepage that I'm into more of the coordination, the project management side of the industry, in which case I'll update this job title, maybe even modify my language here. So that's the quick career message that we want to get across. Additionally, we want to click on the portfolio. So I do have the term marketing here. And since this is more coordination, I could probably put in here, marketing would probably be fine, but the work in itself should focus on the type of marketing work I've done and the coordination of the process to create it, to submit it, to put it on a channel, to use it in some kind of form of media. And that's where this job description or this write-up here is going to be very, very important to me, because I want to make sure it's not about the content that I've created here, but how I have coordinated the process to execute this as well as publish the content. And so that needs to really align with the job in terms of, is it going in social formats? Is it going on a website? Is it going online? What social media channels are we actually using? And so we're thinking about that type of information as we look at this audit. And you're going to do that for these projects now. You can then focus on and say, okay, so if I have another section, this is video editing. That's probably not the most ideal, but maybe it's video management or video. If it's not specifically editing, it could be the production side of it, post-production, how we use it, where we're going to put that information. So then we can go into this particular project and say, all right, so this video was used in this particular way. We use it in social media. We use it in a variety of different ways. So we want to make sure that this language aligns with the job in itself. It doesn't mean we have to change the projects. We just have to change the way we present the work. Additionally, we're going to go into this Hire Me section, which I've created. Oftentimes, you may see this as that services, what I offer a potential client or potential organization. I just put it as Hire Me, a direct, straightforward language. In this case, you can write a little note here, a little message about what you want to be hired for if you're doing these particular things. You have strong suits in these particular areas. Since this is a marketing specialist, I could put in here marketing specialist. I might even put in here marketing specialist in my name and my header. And additionally, if I'm going to put in digital strategy, I'm going to talk about the ability for me to coordinate the digital content. Anything else that it means that I needed. So there was like social media management and the updating social media channels. I would want to include that versus some of this logo design, web design, SEO content that doesn't really relate to the area of the job that I want to do. So I'm going to go in here. I'm really going to focus on what are those 3 to 6 areas that I can concentrate on. And in here it says schedule and execution of email blasts, emails and e-blasts. And so that could be something, creating content if you have anything like that you are familiar with email campaigns. So you really want to make sure that this section here really aligns with the job in itself. If it doesn't, that's where you either tweak the content on your site, or go back to the drawing board and say, maybe I want to do more content creation. And so that's really important to make sure that this information is aligned so you can give yourself a better chance of getting it. So in this case, I have 6. You don't necessarily need 6. Just make sure that the tiles are even. 3 would be ideal. If you did 4, you would do 2 by 2 tiles. Additionally, your My Story or your About section can also focus on your ability to write the language that focuses on the job in itself. So if you have that strong passion for coordination, for working in social media spaces, for gathering information for a digital library, as the job was talking about, that would be the most ideal thing to write in here. And maybe some of the skills that you were able to learn from school, which of course these two will go hand in hand. This is going to be more of a narrative, and this is going to be more of this is what I can do skill-wise. So you don't necessarily need both, but you do want to make sure that the language reflects this information here. When you look at the job, make sure you're focusing on the summary of it, the responsibilities, and in some cases it will say some kind of qualifications. So you could add those things as well. Level of degree that you have, certifications, technical skills. So in this case, Microsoft Office would be a necessity for me to pursue this job. So if you have questions, those are things that we can kind of work through, but I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.